Okay, first of all, full outer join. Actually, that was a stuck point in yesterday's session when we are going to have a full outer join in MySQL database between two tables. We found that we cannot put any condition while joining. Maybe, I mean, while doing left join, right join, inner join, we are putting some common column names to join between two tables. But for doing the full outer join, the same kind of stuffs can be doable, but it's not doable there. We cannot put any condition. We should have to run without any condition, which is causing a cross join, not any full outer join. It's a only cross join that we have already determined. I checked in yesterday's session about MySQL databases, and I found that yes, MySQL doesn't support full outer join. Okay. But we can get the result of MySQL full outer join with different things. You can get the things, but the main thing that we found yesterday, so the full outer join does not supported by MySQL database. You can check it. Anyone. So this is a limitation of MySQL databases. If we just go ahead with any other databases, just like Oracle, MS SQL Server, so those databases, the any databases like Snowflake, so those are supporting, I mean, the full outer join. This is one information. That's it. Nothing much. Okay.
So
So
what
please,
do
yeah,
we need to use instead of full outer join?
yeah. There are various methods over here. They're telling uh, the condition for full outer. What to write SQL query for full outer join. Yeah, you can check this thing. They're doing some. They're doing two joins, left join and right join, and they're doing a union between the resultant data set. Okay, left join and right join separately, and two data sets are being, I mean, we are getting at the output and they are doing a union clause over there. This is possible. If there is any duplication by union, the duplication will be removed and final output I can get. This is one of the possible ways they are suggesting over here. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Two data set
So
will be
first we
joined.
need to do
We can
left and
join the
right
left
join,
join,
and
then union clause, then write the clause again with
left
the
and
right
right
join.
and then union.
Correct. It will be the output of full outer join. Just if there is any doubt, read. Just search with this. They will be telling every pages are telling same thing. It's also dependent on the version.
Okay.
But we have installed the latest version. What I know. So MySQL database, it's not supporting full outer join. But the output we are receiving, it's cross joined. Every individual record of the first table is getting crossed with second table. So the number of records are getting multiplied. That output we received in yesterday's session. So this is one of the findings we have found with having some extra curiosity. We just find that one. Okay. Second topic. What are the other topics I need to discuss? Okay, I forgot. Fine. If I could remember, I used to discuss any other topic. No, as of now, it's fine. So today's I'll be going to end the sequel topic. Okay. So mainly I'll be just covering this slide and the hands-on exercise. Did you able to try the exercise with 3, 2, 3, 4 over here? Any stuck point?
Not. I'm going to try it today.
Okay, so I was just planning to start this thing in today's session. What
Oh,
should I
okay.
do? Can I start it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
I'll be starting it quickly. I'll be providing another exercise maybe today, and
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe Tuesday I'll be returning from Chennai to my hometown. So if it is a morning time at my side, then I'll also not able to join Monday evening class. Okay. So I'll be giving some exercise. Please try to solve this thing, and we can check it by next day. So the exercise is a bit tough than the exercise one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'll be just sharing this thing in WhatsApp. Okay. First cover up other things in SQL. Okay. Till now we have covered all different kind of languages in SQL with some basic level and some intermediate level as well. So, I mean, we have covered almost 80% in SQL, but there are lots of inbuilt functions that I haven't touched yet. But if you are getting accustomed what are the basic things and all, then it's very simple to get into that particular things. And even for each of the databases, they have their own, syntax. Sometimes, they have some different syntax for their individual inbuilt function. So that thing, if we have the experience at the basic level, then we can quickly search it at web and try the same thing. So whatever basic we have learned, we should be having. We should be keep practicing that thing so that we should be knowing that what place what should be used. Okay, but the rest of the things should be totally on practice. And whatever we have learned, it was on the basic unit of database that is called table. There are other objects too. The first day of SQL I told, there is not only table, there are views, store procedures, functions. Functions we can create, but as of now, I'll not be going to function. I'll be just focusing on views and store procedures because those are very, very important. If we are going live for a particular project, so views and store procedures are very, very important. So what is view? View is a logical, uh, suppose I need to run daily basis a big query. Okay. Okay. Let me just do the join on same table. Just what is view? What is the usage of view? Why we should use view? Okay. This question may come. If the concept is clear, then you can easily explain. So, let me do, suppose I have the requirement of employee designation. Okay. Let's do the same join again. Select star from, okay, employee designation, a job. Someone joins. Hi, Kamakshi. Good evening.
Hello. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning to you, I guess. You're teaching
Yeah,
from
yeah,
India,
yeah.
right?
Yes. So before that, I was just explaining that topic, full outer join. I just searched. A quick research on top of that. Full outer join is not possible in MySQL. Okay. MySQL doesn't support full outer join. So please try to read out this document.
Okay.
And how we can do full outer join. There is another example. We can
Sure.
do left join and right join. You can do two data set. And in between, we need to use union clause to get
Mhm.
the proper full outer join. So this is one thing, important thing. Actually, this is also unknown to me actually. Full outer join has been done for all the databases. I use Oracle, Snowflake, other databases such like MySQL Server, Teradata.
Okay.
Full outer join is a basic common thing. But MySQL doesn't support full outer join. This database is having this limitation. But if we want to get the full outer join, there is another way. Just do the left join and right join, same table set with different SQL query and put a
Okay.
union in between them. This is how full outer join works. Okay. Okay. Now we just start
Okay. Thank you.
the PPT. Today we'll be going to end the session for SQL. For SQL, we have learned everything on top of table. Table is the basic unit of storing data in database. But there is lots of other things, other objects like view, store procedures. What are the things? I'm just repeating those things. After that, I'll be solving that exercise that I provided. And if possible, in the next Monday or Tuesday, I'll be giving some advanced level of SQL queries example. I'll be giving this thing maybe on Monday or Tuesday. And after that, we'll be starting some other classes, Python and business intelligence. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Just I'm doing a basic join with the same designation and employee detail table. Joining on a dot empid b dot empid. Over here star means all the columns from both of the tables. Let me put a dot star comma b dot star means all column from a table, all column from b table. That is more useful. Okay, this is the output. Okay, for left join or cross join, what we can, for full outer join, we can do in this way. Let me just quickly repeat. I can do this, put the same thing, put right join over here, put a union in between them. You can do this thing, or you can put a bracket over here just to segregate for our, usage. Okay, so this is full outer joins result. Okay, yeah, it's correct. The employee detail table, I have inserted new rows yesterday, if you can remember, for joining with employee table. That 101, 111, that doesn't have any value in designation table. But this ID. Okay, so this output I'm receiving. Fine. So what is view now? Suppose I need to run this query daily basis. Okay, daily basis I need to run this query and get the output. So instead of running this query daily basis, I can call this logic in a particular view. Okay, how to create a view? I'm copying this logic. Okay, I'm doing nothing. I'm copying this logic. I'm creating a view. For creation of view, we can put create view name as. Okay, let me just do this thing for you. Create view name view. I can put view. A view name we need to put. So I'm just putting its user defined view underscore emp detail. Just like this way, I'm putting as. Okay, create view name as the. I can put the entire select query or the DQL query. View will be created on top of DQL queries. The queries can be very big, very small. That is up to you. Generally, as we need to put lots of lines in SQL daily basis and the code is reusable, then I can enwrap the things in a view. The view name is this. Some syntax error. Duplicate column name. Okay. Employee is written over here by A table and B table as well. That is why it's throwing the duplication error. Okay. Let me segregate the thing a bit quickly. Employee detail. I can put employee ID as empid underscore 1 in B table. I need to put a different name because when it's going to view, it's having the same name for both of the employee IDs in A table and B table, and it's throwing the error. Duplicate column name employee ID. That is why I'm renaming the first table's employee ID. I'm renaming it employee ID underscore 1, and the second table's employee ID, I can update it. First table is designation. Okay. And what are the other things? Designation. It's fine, and it's coming only from one table. That is why I'm not putting a dot. Same thing we have covered in last session. I hope there will be no issue. The detail is nth edge. Same thing I'm copying and pasting over here because the same data set should be having the same select query. Okay. I hope now it's fine. There should not be any error. Let me select the whole thing and execute it. Yes, it's executed successfully. Let's refresh this. I can see one view has created. This is the view. Okay. Now, what will be helpful for us? This thing I can work as a table now. So I can directly put select star from this. Okay. So we can, whatever things we have learned till now, the last week session this week session on top of tables, whatever properties, whatever SQL, especially the DQL part we have learned over here, the same thing we can imply on top of this view. We can put filter where aim id underscore 2 not equal 111. Okay, so it's getting eliminated. So that is why whatever SQL things we have learned, especially the DQL part on top of any table, I can operate the same thing in the on top of this view. The aggregation functions, the filtering operation, group by already I told, order by, that means ordering the data set and all, everything we can do this. So this is my advantage. I do not have to write the entire query and then I need to do the aggregation. Rather, I am putting the logic entire DQL, maybe it's a 40 lines code. So I can enwrap the thing inside a view. This is the view and I can reuse it multiple times whenever it's required. Okay. Now one main or important thing. View is not storing the data. View is only storing the logic at the backend. The logic should be consist on top of multiple tables or multiple views as well. Suppose I have another view I have created. So I can create another view on top of this view with having some extra logics from other views. I can create another view on top of this view. Okay. So views is nothing, just complex logics we are putting in a single view so that daily basis I do not have to write the same code again and again. I can only select from the existing view. The logic is already been incorporated. So how we can check the logic? Just right click on it. Uh, Send to SQL editor, create statement. Okay, I have already sent the SQL editor. Okay, this is the one. It's getting merged. Give me some second. Yes, it's getting merged over here. As my cursor was there, so you can see this is the view creation logic. The first thing you can ignore, just start from here. View this as select this, whatever you have written, the thing I'm putting over here. Suppose anyone has created any view, any developer. So you join the company later. So you want to check what is the view's definition. So you can check it from here. What are the different tables have been involved in the view? So you can check it from here. Okay, everything is mentioned. So yeah, whatever thing I was telling, view doesn't uh, store any data. That means while inspecting any element, we can see a file is getting stored. Just like employee detail, if we just go to table inspector, I told that day, in the backend, all the data is getting stored into this file. Okay. But so that is why it's taking some spaces in your database. Okay. But view is not storing any data. If we just do select star from this query, the entire data set is not being stored in backend of view. That is one of the advantage. So we do not have to think about memory consumptions for views. But if we just trigger the view, select start from view, then it will fetch the data from the tables. It will read the logic and it will check the data. It will retrieve the data from the backend of the tables. Okay. But view itself doesn't contain any data, any records. This is one of the important concepts. Similarly, we have actually MySQL. There is also a limitation. There is another component called materialized view. Materialized view. Materialized. Materialized view. Just search it in Google because in MySQL it doesn't support this thing. It's the opposite one of view, normal view and materialized view. What is the main difference? Materialized view is having, it's storing the data within itself. Okay, that is why it's called materialized. So sometimes in interview, the questions can be asked, what is the difference between normal view and materialized view? So in normal view, we are just putting the logic of DQL statements. So no physical memory is being consumed. But materialized views, the same thing. We can put the same logic in materialized view. Materialized view, it will be just extracting the data from the logic and it will store the same. Now a question is there. I'm asking, if I'm just putting a select query on top of a view and materialized view, which is going to show me the result in faster way? Anyone? Which is much more faster to give the output?
I think materialized view.
Correct. So normal view, it's storing only the logic. So whatever data they will, normal view, it will took long time. If we have very complex query, so maybe it will take long time. It will be checking for each of the tables, their conditions, the queries and all, and they will be returning the result. But quickly search with materialized view because we cannot practice it over here. Materialized view will store the result within itself. That is why it will be very faster way to retrieve result. Quickly search with materialized view. And what is materialized view? It's pre-computed data set derived from a query specification. And also check materialized view, it's not possible in SQL. MySQL. In other databases, I can find the materialized view there. Just a second. Okay. What are the other things? Store procedures. View we have just covered up. Simple view is there. We do not have the section for materialized view. Even I just write the code, it will have a failure because materialized view cannot be supported. Okay. So the syntax would be similar. Create materialized view as put the entire SQL query at the below and execute it. It should be created, but we cannot test it in our MySQL database. It's having some limitation. Okay. Store procedures. This is also very, very important.
Hey,
Store.
Sakti. I
Yeah.
have a small doubt. So, what is the difference between the materialized view or creating a new table?
Creating a
Because
new table. Yeah, materialized view. If in our project, table is a basic unit. Okay. Suppose. Okay. Let me give you some example. We'll be learning OLTP system tomorrow. The next week. That is fine. Okay. Uh, in basic source system, suppose I am working in a particular insurance company's IT. Okay. In the insurance company, this is providing support. That insurance company is there for North America as well as Europe. Okay, the similar kind of situation what I'm facing. So that is why this should be the best example. And I mean that insurance company is there in North America as well as Europe. But the data, I mean the source system is same for North America and Europe. There is same table, same thing. But the data processing part, when we are putting or flowing the data from source system to data warehouse, the business user from North America and Europe are different. They want different dashboard, different sets of KPI, different sets of data marts. I mean, from North America source system and from the same source system, North America should be segregated, and EMEA or Europe data should be segregated. So this is the scenario. That is why when we are creating the view for Europe system, actually I'm working for Europe system. So I need to put lots of filter while creating the view or anything. I'm joining between multiple tables, putting filters especially for European country. There are lots of policies in insurance which North America is getting. I mean, they're using, but those are prohibited in Europe. So all the business logic we need to check, and we need to put lots of condition to segregate from the main source data to European data. So that is the thing we need to create the view, and we need to put those filter while creation of this view, just to put or just to pull only Europe related data. We do not want to put all the data. In the source table, we have all the data. Okay, so this is one of the main difference. How the source is giving us the data. Source is giving all the data because there is same source system. They're using SAP or any other thing, maybe mainframe system. Some users are inputting the data and the data is getting stored into SQL Server tables. But there is no segregation at the source side between North America and EMEA systems. Okay, this is one of the difference. Did you get it?
So is that like everybody cannot access the source system, so we need to create different
Yeah, I mean, the
access
source system
because
is
they cannot
having the
access the
tables. In the table, in a particular table, we are having the country related column. In the country, we are having just like USA, I mean, NA. Then we are having Italy. So we just have to know the country code for the specific European countries. And while extracting the data, after extraction of the data, we are keeping itself in a view and putting all those filters which will be taking the data from Europe side. Yes, our user, told us that don't use North America. There is two specific reasons we should not have to use their data to be pulled into dashboard. One thing, and there is lots of data in the source system. Maybe daily basis in a particular insurance transaction, there is millions of records for particular tables. So North America, if we just take only European in consideration, we should be having half of the transaction. Why should we process daily basis 2 millions of transaction? North America is having more than millions. So the processing will be slow. We will not be present the entire data set before user in time. But if we just took our required ones, which we required finally, then it should be much more easier. Yeah, there is two things. One is for security purpose, we should not put any required data. And another thing is we should not pull unnecessary records, which will be slowing our entire process. Over here in our examples, we are just taking 4 to 5 records, sometimes 10 records in a table. But over there in original scenario, when you are in go live in a project, you can see there are millions of records are there. Even a simple select query is taking much more time. Okay, so that is why, but the data is getting pulled from the source system daily basis. This thing we'll be learning in next session. We'll be learning what is ETL and all. So that thing will be covered at that time. Data warehouse concept, data mart concept. So So to do that, we need to clean the data. For cleaning purpose, we need to segregate it from different, criteria basis. We need to segregate it. Whatever required data we required, we just need to process those data only. This is the main fundamental thing. Okay. So for
Yeah,
that
thank
purpose, we can use materialized view. Putting those filters, um, putting those joining clause and all, and segregate it. Okay. Moving to the store procedures. What is store procedures? It's simple, the same kind of thing, but
Sorry, one question, Saptik.
yeah, tell me. Kamakshi, correct? Yeah.
So, materialized view, is it
Hmm.
saving the data as of that instance in the memory? For example, you have this table here, right? Employee ID and everything. Let's say we are saving this as materialized view. Okay. And
Yes.
after 10 days, I come back and I open this materialized view. I will see only 4 records. But
Hmm.
for the regular view, whatever query it has, if we update the query, we'll see updated data, right?
Correct. It should be only storing the logic, but materialized
Mm-hmm.
view, it should be pre-computed. Whatever data has been last fetched by this
Yeah.
materialized view, it should store this thing only.
So any new records added or anything that will not show in the materialized view.
Correct, correct. That is one of the limitation. We just quickly need to run this thing so that it should be in sync.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, just search this thing because we cannot practice this thing as per our MySQL limitation. Materialized view, just quickly search it over here. Okay, and I have planned for this session, I'll be using Snowflake as well. Snowflake is one of the portal-based database. Okay, so when we'll be learning, maybe for 1 or 2 days, we'll be checking Snowflake. I'll be showing, I have a Snowflake account. I'll be showing this thing. So those whatever things I cannot able to cover in MySQL, what are the limitation in MySQL, we can definitely cover in Snowflake database. So that is one of the good thing we can do. But let's finish up the SQL topic so that we can start other topic. And maybe we have some reserved session in the next month, and in those reserved session we can go through on those topics quickly. And a new database we can also learn, that is called Snowflake. So in market it's a very high demand for Snowflake developer. Okay. Okay, now store procedures, it can store the the sequence of lots of SQL query we can put over here. It's not only for DQL, we can also create, especially we should have to create the DDL statement, DML statement as well. Especially sequentially running of DDL and DML statements, we should use SQL store procedures. There is already store procedures. Okay, it's there. So this is nothing but the output of the first exercise. Let me just check. Exam result. SQL exercise. What is the thing? Auto store procedures. Okay, there we can see I have created the store procedures to execute this thing. I am dropping those particular table. I'm creating table. This is a create statement. Then I'm inserting data into table. Then I'm creating another table. I'm inserting data into table. I'm creating table. All the SQL query I'm ending with semicolon. Okay, why we are putting semicolon? Just select everything and execute it, then it will run one by one. So semicolon means it's the end of this SQL statement and I can free to go to next SQL statement. But in our hands-on part, we didn't put semicolon, but because we run single query at a time. So we can put multiple queries as well. Okay. So each of the statements I'm putting semicolon at the end and the semicolon is getting ended over here. And lots of statements I have mentioned over here, and those are being wrapped in a particular store procedure. This is the example of store procedures. Whenever it's required, I can quickly trigger it. Just I can call the store procedure, and in the backend, all the things are running sequentially one by one. Whichever is mentioned first, that will be running first, and which is mentioned last. The entire sequence will be maintained, because without creation of the table, I cannot insert the data. That is why I created the table over here. DDL statement, then DML statement. DDL statement, then DML statement. Okay. So this is how store procedure works. So if you just going to create any store procedures, the better way, just right click on it, create store procedures, and new thing should be created. For the create store procedures, those are the mandatory keyword. Create procedure. This is a user defined name, procedure name, and open brace, close brace. Then the two mandatory words should be there: begin, end. Within that, I can put all the SQL commands, the DDL, DMS, and all. Okay. Did you get it? I'm not saving it. Or we can create a new store procedures quickly. Let's solve the exercise today. I'm solving the first exercise that I've given. The second one you can quickly try and give it by maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'll be just quickly checking. Okay. Monday evening, I may not be there for the class because I'll be traveling again. I'm there in Chennai now. I'll be going to my hometown, Kolkata. So I have that, that time I'll be just going. So I'll not be reaching by Tuesday morning at my time. That is why maybe I'll not be there, but I'll definitely inform the class. But you can please utilize that time to solve this exercise and send me the query. This one, and I'll be giving another new one. So please solve this thing and send me the query in my mail. I'll be just quickly reviewing it when I have some free time at Tuesday. Okay. Okay, let's solve this thing. I'm opening this thing, create table based on each subject area. What is there? This is okay. You have already solved it. The first one, first statement. Ramya, I checked it, but let me just quickly repeat it. There are three. Let's read the data set. I opened the Excel. In Excel, there are three different sheets: maths, history, science. So each of the subject area, you can see the particular subject area is class 9. The standard is 9. Few students, the students are matching for all the data set. You can see. So we have collected 9 students number or marks for science, history, and maths. The only difference is the subject and their marks over here for each of the sheet. This portion is same for all the sheet because we are just collecting the information. Okay. So the first point, create table based on each of the subject area. We need to create the tables based on each of the subject area. That is very simple. Let me quickly create it. I'm deleting all the things over here. So class roll number, I'm creating just like create table name. So I can put marks underscore maths. The thing is class roll number, class should be integer. Roll number should be integer data type. Name should be varchar. Those whoever it's not completed, please focus on this. I found only Ramya's result for first topic, first question only. Name varchar, I can put some more characters just like 40 just for safer side. Subject varchar also. Just putting 20 over there. And the main thing is marks. Should be integer. Okay, let's quickly create it. Marks, maths. Okay, fine. It's created. Similar kind of things I'm putting. Let's put it. Science. Executing this. Similarly, putting history as well. The columns name are same. That is why I just copied and pasted it. Let's go to table and let's check every tables have been created or not. Yes, all the three tables have been created. Okay, what is the question? Create tables based on each subject area. We have created the tables. Now we need to insert the record. So while inserting the record, we need to create that insert statement. Insert into table values. Okay. So inside values, we need to put each of the field with comma separator. We can take some Excel formulas over here. We can create the Excel formula based on which will be representing each row's insertion. That should be very much simpler to do. Okay, let me just merge this thing. I'm using Excel concatenation formula. So while doing the input part, after values, we need to start with braces. Fine. I'm just using concat function over here to concat each cell's value. Okay, first starting with bracket, then uh, class it's fine, then separate by comma, then roll number, then comma, then sorry, it's a character, that is why a code should be there, then name, then closing quote, then comma, then again starting quote, maths, closing quote, comma, marks. There should not be any comma required for this. And I can put a bracket. Let me check with the output. Yeah, it seems fine. So I can drag the result for everyone. Yes, this is the output. Okay, I can put another comma at the end, which is required. Give me some second. Okay, the same logic I'll be putting for history as well. Let me copy history's dataset. As in this sheet, I have incorporated this logic. Okay, it's ready, which I can quickly insert. Now for a bulk insert, I should not put values each of the time. Insert into this is maths. Okay. Insert into this tables values. We do not just we can execute this thing. Values, each record is separated by comma. This is how we can go ahead with a bulk insert statement. Each time we do not have to insert each record, insert into table values, then we can put all the records with comma separated. The last row just have to delete that comma. Okay. This is the bulk insert method. We can quickly insert it. Yes, the record has been inserted. Now for the next table, history table. Taking this thing. What is the history related topic? Copying this thing. Any doubts so far from anyone? The process we are following. It's done. Yes, the sign should be there. It's another table. Insert into mark signs. I'm inserting records over there. Okay. So the first step is completed. We have records for all the table. Just quickly checking. Select star from marks history. Data is there. Mathematics. Science. So it's fine. Now, what is the next statement? Merge all the tables and keep it in a separate table. The telling create a separate tables having all the data. So over here, merging means we need to keep all the records, which is having same number of column name and same number of column actually. So we can go ahead with union. Okay. Unioning all the data set. So select star from table, union select star from this table, union select star from this table. So in the final output, we should be having all the records together. Okay. So let me create a new table from here. Create table. Suppose marks total. I'm putting in this manner. As this thing. This is how we can create table from another data set. Let me run this. Let me run the union clause first, whether it's running fine. Yes, it's running fine with all the records. Let me select all the statement and run it. Yes, our new table is getting generated. This is the new table. So step 2 is completed. Find out the total number of each candidate with aggregation functions. Total number means total marks. Okay. Over here, number means marks. Total marks. Each of the candidates received how much marks? Let's select on top of this table. I'm deleting the upper statement. Running this query, select star from table. So each of the student is repeated 3 times for 3 different subjects. What we have to do? We just have to do a group by sum of marks, group by student. These things we learned in aggregation. Student means student name. So sum of marks, name from this table, group by name. Okay, so that will be helping me the total number of marks for individual student across all the subject. Okay, please. Okay, then I just put number over here. It should be marks only. Find out total marks for each candidate with the aggregation function. Okay, so this is the total marks received by a particular student. If we want to put any ranking function, we can quickly put it to get the rank of the students over here. Now the next topic is, although this is not in the question because this is very simple exercise that I put. Find out the average marks for each of the subject. Now the principal wants to check the progress for the class teachers, the average marks they're receiving for individual subjects. Not only class teachers, the subject teachers. They want to check the average marks based on subject, not on name. So I'm putting subject from this table, it's fine, group by subject. Okay, so this is the output. So the average marks of history is this, maths is this, science is this. So principal has to focus more on maths and history compared to science. They need to talk with the respective teacher why the performance is slowed compared to science, because there is already merit because science is having this much number. History you should be having some less number for lengthy questions and all. But why maths is having this much low marks? This is a quick analysis principal can quickly make based on the result. Okay, so he or she can quickly take some steps, quickly take some initiatives to have a greater number of marks for mathematics. Okay, we solved, we get the output of all the 4 questions. Please solve the thing. It's a different way for second one. It's very quick. Please try the same thing and help me out with this result. I'll be also sending you another assignment as well. Please, try to solve this thing when you have some free time, maybe in weekend and Monday. If I'm not there, please try utilize the same time to solve this and send me the query by mail ID. Okay. Any doubts so far from anyone? Any doubt while solving those question answer? Any doubt from anyone? Any stuck point? Nothing? Okay.
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Fine. I believe it's fine for everyone. And then thank you everyone. Happy weekend. Let's connect in the next week. Please practice the thing so that should be within your control. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Satvik,
Yeah. Tell me.
hey, sorry. You said that you will be sending another assignment, right?
Correct.
Are you posting it in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah. I'll be posting it in
Okay.
WhatsApp. It's similar kind of this thing, but a bit different. But please solve this entire thing. You will be having the
Sure.
aggregation concept clear. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
great
you.
day and
Bye.
great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Have a
Thank
great
you. Bye.
అయిపోయింది